The days leading up to Christmas are always magical, and in Yellowstone National Park, the celebration begins early with the opening of the park for winter visitors. All entrances to the park opened this past weekend to oversnow travel, and the staff there has been preparing for weeks for the winter opening of the park. More than just hanging decorations, that means grooming trails, stocking the gift shops, and opening restaurants at the Snow Lodge and at Mammoth. Ray Foote is the manager of the Mammoth Hot Springs Hotel. He and his staff have just survived a major renovation of the historic building, from new elevators to bathrooms in every room.
We're in part of the hotel that used to only be communal bathrooms, and so it now has a bathroom. It has this beautiful mahogany, what we call a hospitality cabinet, with some shelving inside and a little refrigerator.
Winter in Yellowstone is quite a different experience than the summer tourism season. Rick Hoeninghausen is the director of marketing and sales for Xanterra, the concessionaire for Yellowstone. He points out that from the gift shops to the activities, the park never disappoints.
And winter's just, it's gorgeous in the winter. You get that clear blue Wyoming sky, and it's, there's no moisture, and the snow sparkling, and then you've got bull elk or herds of bison out in the Mar Valley. It's a beautiful scenery. Something about the wintertime, geyser basins are like nothing else. In the wintertime, they're special. They're magical places.
The park works closely with local vendors to create unique experiences for visitors to Yellowstone. Martin Brewer is the food and beverage manager at the Mammoth Hot Springs Hotel. He says they created a special drink to launch the winter season.
And that's really what I try to do in the beverage department is work with the states that neighbor the park, Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho. And this is just a really great product, and we're happy to work with them on this cocktail.
One of the major concerns about Yellowstone National Park in the summertime is the crowds. Well, as you can see, in the wintertime, that's not as much of an issue.
We're 4 million plus visits in the course of a year in the last few years. Wintertime's closer to about 100,000 plus or minus. So it gives you an idea of the difference between winter and summer. And I think that's the appeal for some people, is the park needs a little break, certainly, from all the busy times in the summer. But it's there's a chance for maybe a little more intimate experience. If you're out on a trail in skis or snowshoes, it's quiet, and maybe hear some wildlife, but a lot less people around.
Hoeninghausen points out that there is often a misconception that winter experiences in Yellowstone are only for the ultra-adventurous.
Yeah, there's a perception in the world that it's too rugged. It could be too severe for folks, and then they realize when they see the snow coach. You can drive into the northern part of the park with your own vehicle. It's like driving anywhere else in the winter. But we have these snow coaches that are very comfortable and heated and warm with big windows and big tires. They're very comfortable. And then they realize, well, I'm traveling in basically a minibus. There's no difference here. I go and I'm staying in a nice hotel with eating in a nice restaurant. Everything else is the same. It's just colder outside.
This time of year, there's a peace that lays like a blanket over the thermal features, the forests, and the wildlife. For many, winter in Yellowstone is not to be missed. From Yellowstone National Park, I'm Wendy Kaur reporting for Cowboy State Daily.